Alright. The timer crept up on me. The live stream is literally about to start.
Okay, everyone.
Oh,
I
let me turn that
assume
on.
that you know why we're here, right?
I've checked the perimeter. The coast is all clear.
All right, then it's time. Time to shop for the latest fashions at Chioria Boutique. Huh.
Okay,
Don't
what
you
am I
think
doing?
something
I could
sounds a
full
little
screen it.
off about that line?
Yeah, this is Chioria Boutique that we're talking about. I feel like we
Okay,
need
just
to
making
make
sure it's
sound,
playing.
I
Because
don't
I'm
know,
watching
a
it from the
little more
side.
extravagant, maybe?
We'll have to talk
Yeah.
about it later. The lights have been turned on and the audience is already here. The program is starting.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 4.3 special program. Yay! As you can see, our show is sponsored by Chioria Boutique, one of the leading fashion houses in Fontaine. But before we go any further, let's take a moment to watch the version 4.3 trailer.
Alright, let's see what
Camera
banger
operator.
awaits
That
for
can
us
be a
today.
pretty technical job. Are you really up to it?
Bro, look how smug she is. But bro, the music
Wait,
though.
you put no thought into finding a good camera angle, and the characters weren't in the shots. Positions, everyone!
Nice to meet you. I am Navia, the president, leader, commander-in-chief,
Bro, look at how
executive
stylish she
director,
is.
and boss of Spina di Rosula. Hey there! Yeah! Ha!
Damn, she got an interesting attack pattern.
I guess. Fire!
All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready.
Whoa, Marina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Props and lighting set the scene. Actors can get their makeup done. Extras go over your positions. Camera ready, get the clapperboard. Actors to your positions.
Hey! It's
Camera, action.
Javier.
Enough,
Or is
villain.
Javier
Pay for the
Xavier?
death of our mother.
I forgot how they pronounce it.
You're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me?
Your crimes are evident.
Oh, yo. Oh, of course, a pole arm.
Drop your weapons.
Wait, a pole arm? Okay, some people...
Justice will prevail.
Okay, a lot of people were speculating that she would be a catalyst user just so because it's a gun. But okay, the gun is
The
part of her
actors'
skill on
emotions
her
were all
ultimate.
on point. Let's keep that tape.
Or her burst. I keep
We'll move on to
mixing up
next
ultimate and burst.
You mean
Did you really think you'd get away?
Chevras?
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
Oh. I didn't expect them to actually say that.
That was beyond mesmerizing. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine. Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Oh, there's the first code. Oh no, why are they playing this music during the interlude? It feels so different with the context. But speaking of which, I was surprised they put Aito appeared in this one, but I'm surprised they didn't save his banner for this patch if he was gonna appear here, but okay.
Welcome back to the version 4.3 special program, everyone. I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz, the voice of Lumine.
Okay,
and
this is
today
not a-
I'm joined
Oh, I almost
by-
closed the stream.
Hey everybody,
This is not a good time
I'm
to do
Brenna
this, but let
Larson,
me-
the voice of Navia, president of the Spina di
And let me-
Rosula. And
God,
I'm
why
Meredith
the
Beck,
ads?
the voice of
Ads,
Chevra.
please leave.
Yay! Oh my gosh,
I hope
I'm
this
so
doesn't break
excited.
anything,
This is the
'cause
first time
I need to
we've had
Google
you two on the
something.
special program.
So excited.
It's so great.
Okay, so actually, we have a tradition on the program where we all get to sing everyone a little song.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay, nice try. I've seen the special programs before.
You don't want to sing a song? You can sing a, like, a
I
little
love
song
singing.
about
Let's
Genshin.
Ooh, one of my commissions is an achievement commission. You know, you're not gonna lie, my Sumeru
Back to business.
commission hunting has been going pretty
Okay,
good
like I
for
mentioned
the
before,
1 month,
this program
less than
is
1 month
sponsored
even.
by the Chioria Boutique. So while we're sharing content from version 4.3, I also wanted to get some inspiration for shooting commercials for the boutique.
We don't want to let our client down.
Yeah, and speaking of new content, we can't have a new version without introducing some new characters. As you already saw in the trailer, Navia and Chevros will be our new playable characters.
Yay! I'm sure many of our viewers are already familiar with Navia after seeing her throughout Fontaine's Archon quest. But who is Chevros?
Who indeed? Other Fontaine characters have already mentioned Chevros before in their voice lines, but Chevros will finally be making an official appearance in version 4.3.
I'm so excited!
Not gonna lie, I've never really thought of what type of voice she would have. I don't know, I thought she was, I don't know, like, as the captain of the Guardian Eyes, I mean, I expect a little, well, I can't really expect a bit of sternness to it, especially since, but I think she was not really vigilante, but she has her own way of doing things, so I guess I was maybe expecting a little bit of sternness, which it seems like she does have like a somewhat authoritative voice, but that might have just been part of the acting of whatever thing they were shooting.
Her character showcase.
I always say that blind optimism isn't the answer. If you want a bright future, you have to go out and seize it with
Dude,
your own two hands.
well, not really a battle axe, it's a one-side axe.
This one's got your name on it. A proper send-off from the Spina with love.
I'm sorry, can we take a moment to appreciate how perfectly Chiori customized Navia's clothes and accessories to reflect
I know
her
she's a
personality?
claymore
She clearly pays
because
a
of
lot
the
attention to small
Genshin Archon,
details.
or the Fontaine Archon
I
quest,
love how
but
seriously you're taking
I don't
this
even know if her
competition.
weapon even
It's
showed
really
up during
great.
any of her attack patterns.
While we're on this topic though, Navia's parasol seems pretty interesting. On the outside, it looks like a delicate accessory used to block out the sun, but on the inside, there's actually a secret firearm that can be used to ward off enemies at a moment's notice. It's elegant and fierce all at once. Just like Navia herself.
Exactly. Even when it comes to her enemies, Navia is not the type to eschew basic etiquette, so she prefers to maintain appropriate distance while in combat. While
Unless her
using
claymore is that
elemental
axe.
skill, Navia opens her gunbrella and fires multiple Rosula shard shots that can pass through opponents, dealing geo damage upon a successful strike.
Ooh.
For a period of time after using her elemental skill, Navia's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will deal increased damage and become infused with the power of Geo, which cannot be overridden.
Okay, so it's
Now,
part
when
of her
Navia's in combat,
skill,
there are these
though.
little markings around her that look like bullets. I wonder if that's some sort of ammo for the gunbrella?
Oh yeah, yes, you guessed it.
I don't know
When
if
a
there's a good or
character in
bad thing
the
that's tied
party
to the
obtains
skill,
an
because I don't know
elemental
what
shard
the
created
cooldown
from
is of her
crystallized
burst, so
reaction,
and the skill, so I don't know if the
Navia
other
will gain
times
crystal shrapnel charges.
good or bad.
Navia will consume these charges after unleashing her elemental skill. Her skill damage increases with the number of charges that she's accumulated.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that Navia's elemental skill becomes more powerful if she works together with other characters in the party to trigger the crystallized reaction.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, great.
Navia's elemental burst calls forth the Rosula Dorata Salute, which unleashes a massive bombardment on opponents in front of her, periodically dealing geo elemental damage. I should also mention that Navia will accumulate crystal shrapnel charges at certain intervals if she strikes enemies with the Rosula Dorata Salute.
Ooh, now that salute is spectacular. That's awesome.
I heard that the Spina di Rosula likes to perform firearm salutes before important negotiations. You know, as a way to celebrate future success. And don't misunderstand, you guys, it's not an intimidation tactic at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's just the Spina's way of showing respect in their own way.
Yeah, totally.
Not intimidating at all.
No.
As the president of the Spina di Rosula, Navia is always trying to collect the latest intel by exploring all corners of Fontaine. When Navia is dispatched on a 20-hour expedition
Oh, finally a first
in
expedition
Fontaine,
thing.
rewards gained will be
Oh,
increased.
they just showed a
So,
new
we just mentioned that
not
Navia
UI,
is the president of
a
the Spina
new
di Rosula.
quality of life
So,
thing with that
I
new menu.
think we should bring up Spina's
And hey,
contribution
there's
to
her story
averting
quest.
Fontaine's prophesized crisis.
Hmm,
I mean, it was all thanks to Navia's leadership.
exactly. Some people even lost their lives during that disaster. I'm certain that those events weighed heavily on Navia, but she remained tough and committed to leading the Spina.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while we're on the topic of Fontaine's crisis, though the prophesized dangers are over, the town is probably still busy rebuilding everything, right? I bet Navia's gonna be occupied with that for a long time.
Oh, definitely. That's something that travelers will be able to see for themselves. Navia's story quests, the Rosa Multiflora chapter, will become available in version 4.3. The Spina will be working diligently to rebuild Poisson. Though repairing the houses will be straightforward, the emotional distress may be much more difficult to address. If you're curious about how Navia and her crew are going to proceed, then be sure to check it out.
Ugh, I'm so excited!
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
looking forward to seeing what happens. Okay, so now that we've introduced Navia, it's time for Chevreuse to be in the spotlight. Okay, I know that since she's a newcomer, you probably can't wait to learn more about her. So let's get right into it.
Okay, how should I introduce her? First off, Chevreuse is the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. It's a Fontainian organization that handles all sorts of difficult cases and dangerous criminals.
Ooh.
She doesn't like to appear in public without good because so if you happen to run into her,
That's the reason why she didn't appear in the
likely that
Archon
you're in some
quest.
sort of trouble.
But then again, the prophecy is like
as
a
long as you're
big deal, so
law-abiding citizen,
she would have
there's no
definitely
need to
shown up
worry.
there, or should have shown up.
Chevreuse is actually really easy to get along with outside of work. Oh, Feastos are just the best snack. They're easy to carry with you and go with so many sauces.
Oh.
Final warning! Hands where I can see them!
What? That was so fire. And I am not just talking about her skills.
Oh my gosh, look at her idol animation. I love that she loves snacks. That is so awesome.
She's a girl's girl, and she gets it.
Yeah, she gets it. She really does. She's not exactly what you'd expect from the captain of the special patrol, though, right?
I guess that's kind of true. I mean, Chevreuse's work as a captain can be really stressful. I mean, I can't blame the girl for indulging every once in a while to relieve some stress. She even adjusts
Girlfriend.
her training regimen to make up for her snacking habits. In fact, she trains more than any other member of the special patrol. Her platoon really admires her for that.
Wow. Okay, she's got some willpower. That is awesome. She's really admirable.
The Special Patrol prioritizes combat ability above all else, so the organization often attracts some eccentric personalities.
Okay.
Yeah. The Special Patrol used to have problems with insubordination, but ever since Chevreuse took control, everyone has fallen into line, which does not surprise me at all. She commands respect among her peers, and she's a formidable fighter, and she leads by example. Though she demands excellence from her platoon, she holds herself to even higher standards. She always tries to be an example for others to follow, whether it's investigating cases
My
or
stomach
in
hurts.
marksmanship practice.
Not the early
It looks
morning,
like a lot of her skills involve using a musket. She
the early
must be a
morning,
pretty good shot.
For sure. Chevreuse and her
butterflies?
musket
I
are
wanted to say
basically
butterfly.
partners in crime. They're inseparable. She definitely knows her way around a firearm. Chevreuse uses her musket to fire at opponents during her elemental skill. For a period of time after unleashing her elemental skill, Chevreuse will continuously restore HP to the active character on the field. During her elemental burst, Chevreuse fires an explosive grenade with her musket, which will split into secondary explosive shells upon impact. Haha, impact.
Whoa.
Good one.
Wait, I noticed that Chevreuse has bullet-like markings around her during combat. Can she shoot a special type of ammo?
That's right. Chevreuse
Man, we have
obtains an
so much ammo
overcharged ball
system
when a nearby party member
stuff.
triggers the overloaded reaction. Holding Chevreuse's
Overload.
elemental skill
Oh
will
boy, they're
consume
really
the
buffing
special
all sorts of
grenades to
niche
unleash an even
reactions.
more powerful pyro attack that covers a larger AoE. This attack will also grant an attack buff to all Pyro and Electro characters in the party.
Okay, so that's where the name Overcharged Ball comes from.
Uh-huh. Shavras actually came up with the name herself.
Oh.
She was reading a novel where the protagonist believed that names held a lot of power. If you give something a cool-sounding name, then you've given yourself an advantage over your enemies. That kind of logic resonated with her, I guess.
Oh, well, I guess she has a point.
Oh, I should also mention what happens if Shavras is paired with all Pyro and Electro characters. If your party contains at least one character of either type, then triggering the overloaded reaction will cause an opponent's Pyro and Electro resistances to decrease.
Okay.
no.
So it seems like Shavras could really
This is
shine
like
in an
a, I don't know if
overcharged
this
team
is
but
like a
I
Lenny
also
situation
did
where it's
notice
not
that Shavras
completely
isn't
necessary
solely
to
limited
run
a
a pure
musket. She also uses a
uh,
polearm in
pyro
combat. Okay,
comp,
honestly,
but it
if I were a
benefits him a lot
general,
more. At least it's not
I feel
restricted
like
as
I'd be pretty
Nilo,
nervous
but I don't
if
know
she
how
came
much
after me.
this
Oh, for sure.
Most people
reduction
who have something
is,
to hide avoid her like their lives depend on it. And maybe it does. In all seriousness, though,
but considering that she's a 4-star, I don't expect the damage offer to be super insane. I feel like the 4 stars nowadays have been toned down a bit, so it'll probably be just a fun niche thing.
Oh, I love that.
These 2 new characters are great. Both of them would be great leads in our commercial. I don't know, it's so hard to choose.
I think when the next code pops up, I'm gonna rush over to the bathroom, and then I'm just gonna let the
Oh no.
We're about to take a look at what event wishes that
let the
travelers
live
can
stream
look forward to in version 4.3.
play through, and then I'll just watch from my
And the
phone.
pool for the lead role of our commercial is about to get even bigger.
Oh, my gosh. In the first half of version 4.3, travelers can look forward to event wishes for Navia and Ayaka. A new 5-star claymore, Verdict, will also be featured in the weapon event wish.
In the second half of version 4.3, we'll have returning event wishes from the Raiden Shogun and Yoimiya. During this time, Chevrolet will also receive a huge drop rate boost.
Yay.
Be sure to check them out if you're interested.
Ooh,
That's
damn,
awesome.
those are some good
Travelers
weapon
can also look
manners.
forward to 2 new artifact sets in version 4.3. Songs of Days Past and Nighttime Whispers in the Echoing Woods. Be sure to keep an eye on future announcements to learn more about them.
This seems like the perfect time for our first break. We've shared a ton of information so far,
and then the next
I
break's
bet
coming up.
travelers could use some time to digest it all.
You're right, for sure.
Definitely.
Let's take a break while we take a look at the second group of redemption codes. The version 4.3 special program is brought to you by Chiyoria Boutique and will return shortly.
You're gonna hit with the ads. Okay, U-E-R-T MCT4PZ. Shoot. I was gonna forget something else. I was gonna say. Oh yeah, it was about the weapon banners, but I'll just wait till I get back for that. Oh god, it's getting worse. My stomach. Get the code works. Okay, I go.
Welcome back, everyone! So, we've thoroughly discussed our casting options for the Chiyoria Boutique commercial. But the content of the commercial is also important, right? Do you have any ideas?
If we're making a commercial for Chiyoria Boutique, then how about we include some event footage of Chiori?
Yay!
Chiori is actually going to appear in the event for version 4.3.
What? While the travelers have been able to see her store in the court of Fontaine, they'll finally get to meet her in person!
Yes, I know. Travelers can also look forward to meeting Ayaka and Ayato in Fontaine. Chiori suggested that they should stop by, so here they are.
So cool!
Hey, this is actually the perfect time for a word from our sponsor. An Inazuma-born fashion icon, Chiori! Chiyoria Boutique is your one-stop shop for the latest and most influential fashion in Fontaine.
That is right. Chiori is acquainted with the Kamisato siblings because she's also from Inazuma. She actually introduced Ayaka and Ayato to Xavier and recommended that they make the trip to Fontaine for the Fontanalia Film Festival.
So exciting! Will you tell us more about the Fontanalia Film Festival?
Oh, the Fontinalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights. According to the myths, they went on a quest to search for the Oceanids and eventually welcomed the Hydro Archon Egeria to Fontaine.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the most important festivals in Fontaine, like what the Windbloom Festival is to Mondstadt and Lantern Rite is to Liyue.
Ah, so exciting!
Hmm.
The Fontaine Film Association proposed the Fontinalia Film Festival earlier this year, and during this time, the public may submit films for evaluation. The entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award by the association.
Well, we can see Farina working with Ayaka and the others here. So wait, does this mean that there's a chance that Farina might win the Farina Award? Okay, now I'm intrigued.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to leave you in suspense. If travelers are curious about what Ayaka and the others are doing in Fontaine, or how Farina fared, you'll just have to play the event when the new version becomes available.
So we know that several friends from Inazuma will be in Fontaine for the Fontinalia Film Festival, but travelers have so much more to be excited about. Travelers will also have the opportunity to participate in a variety of activity booths during the festival. Each one will have a different theme.
Ooh.
So cool. The first activity booth is the 1000-pace interdiction arc minute sharpshooting zone. In this activity, travelers will use the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol simulation device to practice targeting and shooting opponents.
Yep.
Ooh.
The Special Patrol wanted the public to experience how fun target practice can be.
And the second activity booth is called Trick Shots, Tricky Lights. In this activity, travelers will use the studio's special lighting effects to film a fight scene. Take advantage of the buffs brought about by the special lighting effects to defeat an endless stream of opponents and obtain a higher score.
So cool. Those special lighting effects are really giving off old movie vibes. Navia's movements are also super smooth. It's all so atmospheric.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. But not everyone is enjoying the fun and games. Travelers will meet a contract employee at the third activity booth. She needs some help with her demanding client. During the activity Extreme Drive, travelers will help her test out stabilization mecha balls.
Look at how the traveler chases after those stabilization mecha balls. Okay, I bet that contract employee can relate since she's being chased down by that client.
Totally.
Stabilization mecha balls seem pretty ordinary, but they're actually very agile. They'll automatically avoid all testers by moving in the opposite direction of your movement. You can find jump boosters around the testing grounds. Travelers can use them to jump higher and further, which is perfect for quickly traversing to the other side of a stabilization mecha ball. Travelers in co-op matches will have to find a way to herd as many stabilization mecha balls into their target area as possible within the time limit. The more mecha balls that end up in your area, the more points you'll earn.
The fourth activity booth is called Into the Frame. In this activity, travelers will get to shoot their own scenes by experimenting with different camera positions and narration techniques.
Cool! We get to make a movie! That's awesome.
Yeah.
Travelers might remember helping out Xavier with some filmmaking back in Inazuma, but this seems more professional. Wait, maybe this can be the inspiration for our commercial.
Oh.
Now that I think about it, a Fontainian man went to Inazuma to shoot a film. I guess international travel can be a source of artistic inspiration. That must have also been true in Shiori's case, since she opened Shioria's boutique in Fontaine.
Ooh, that could be a strong theme for our commercial. Actually, Ayaka and Ayato aren't the only Inazumans traveling abroad in version 4.3. Kuki Shinobu just arrived in Liyue for her class reunion.
Yeah, and Ito decided to tag along as the boss of the Arataki gang. And he brought his Onikabuto with him. I think he plans to train his beetles for battle.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp. That name is definitely very Ito.
Right, for sure. And there was also a beetle battle event in version 3.4, right? Ito battles against a super powerful beetle battler. I believe his name was Grandmaster Hanakado?
Yep. Grandmaster Hanakato made an impressive showing during the last beetle battle event. This time, he's made the trip to Liyue with Ito. It seems like the two of them have met a mysterious new beetle battle master.
Ooh.
What? Who is it? Tell us.
Tell us.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't give that away. Travelers will have to discover their identity during the event.
Ah.
Aside from meeting this mysterious new beetle battle master, Travelers can also look forward to new ways to battle. While the movement and charge mechanics remain unchanged from the original event, travelers can now also instruct Onikabuto to use Guard to defend against Electro Bullet and Jet Stream attacks. Make use of the movement, charge, and guard strategies to topple your opponents no matter what they throw at you. Master them, and you'll be ready to tackle the ultimate trial of the strong.
Ooh. Trial of the strong. Travelers can look forward to encountering an old friend in the Fontainian countryside. That's right, Ullman came to Fontaine and he brought his treasure map and treasure-seeking Seelie along with him.
Yay! Our mini Seelie friend is back!
So cute! Travelers can help restore the Seelie's vitality by absorbing energy from the locations that are marked on Ullman's treasure map. In return, the Seelie will guide us to the locations of buried treasure. After collecting ancient iron coins during this event, you can exchange them for various rewards, including a mini Seelie in your preferred color.
Ooh. Okay, so in the event preview, it looked like some of the treasure is located underwater, but when I first arrived in Fontaine, I discovered that Seelie couldn't follow me underwater. Is this treasure-seeking Seelie different?
That is very observant of you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
In this iteration of the Lost Riches event, a new mini Seelie named Brilliance will be available. This new mini Seelie can travel underwater.
Amazing!
Yeah!
Treasure isn't the only thing that you'll discover in Fontaine's countryside. You might also come across a mysterious domain guarded by a unique swordmaster who searches for the meaning of battle. During the Dance of Resolute Will, travelers will get the chance to participate in combat challenges. Each challenge stage will contain 2 rounds. Travelers must select their party compositions before the challenge starts. One of your chosen characters must be used in both rounds, but no other character can be repeated.
Oh, okay.
After you complete a Blade Dance objective during a challenge, you will obtain a heightened verve buff. Defeating opponents while heightened verve is active will grant you more points.
And another old friend is returning in version 4.3. That's right, it's Lieben! Yay!
Oh. And if Lieben is around, then that must mean we'll have a chance to trade a bunch of items for Primo Gems again.
Ooh, exciting! Okay, so it looks like Lieben isn't the only old friend we'll be reunited with in version 4.3. Several familiar faces will be joining the Genius Invocation TCG. After this update, travelers will have the opportunity to challenge characters around Fontaine.
Ooh.
A new Fontaine-themed table customization will also be available.
I'm so excited to see players challenge some Melazines.
I know, so exciting. Travelers can look forward to the addition of several new cards, including
Oh
6 new character
fudge, there's a
cards,
lot of
plus
TCG cards.
5 new monster cards, such as Dvalin, Signora, and Ajdaha, will be obtainable from the corresponding
Ooh,
tavern
that's a lot of
challenges.
cards. That's gonna be
But
difficult.
that's not all. The Forge Realm
Oh!
Temper event
I'll have.
will
Oh
also be
no, there's so
available
many
this
cards.
week, and there will be an update to the heated battle mode. Be on the lookout for future announcements.
There's TCG content to look forward to outside the game as well. The Genius Invocation TCG
But
Asia
besides
Invitational
that,
will officially begin in
the 4-star,
January
free 4-star
2024.
Claymore.
Travelers can look
We'll
forward to
see
some
how I
friendly
want to approach this
competition
coming
between
patch,
16
because
of the
this patch
top
is.
TCG
I don't
players
know if
all
it's. I want to
across
say it's
Asia.
loaded,
I
but
heard there's some of the
there's definitely
best in the
potential.
region. So cool.
What's the next
Be
thing I
sure
can
to
think
follow
of?
the Astro Carnival X or Twitter account to stay up to date on
And then the next
latest
thing I
news
can
about
think
this
of
epic
is
showdown.
Oh my gosh, this is all
the
so
Seelie event.
exciting.
Finally, I thought they would have introduced it earlier
Well,
with the
hang on to
exploration,
that feeling,
but I guess they
because we're
probably
taking a
wanted
short break to look at
people
the
to
next
explore
group of
most of
redemption
Fontaine just so it's
codes.
easier to
We'll be back
access
to sharing more
the
exciting
locations
information
that the
about
Seelie
version
needs.
4.3
Hey,
in
new
just a
Seelie.
moment.
That they didn't forget. I'm pretty sure they probably won't forget. They just save it for a different point. The Arataki Ito Beetle battle thing is back. I think I struggled with that one, or I was afraid of struggling with that one. I think I did okay, but definitely not the greatest performance from. But yeah, I guess this thing is going on. The thing I wanted to think about was the banner. Now, join me and Ayaka's weapon, like the Thundering Pulse or wherever. Thundering Pulse is the bow, I think. I forgot. And Mist Splitter, yeah. Those are both good general 5-star weapons. But obviously I don't have Yoimiya, and most of the bow characters that I do use don't really use Thunder Pulse, albeit they probably would be good. It would be good to have one down the line as a general purpose. Well, Raiden's weapon I have thought about getting in the past. Nowadays I don't really use Raiden that much. And
Welcome
even if
back,
I do,
travelers.
I technically
We've
use her more for like
introduced a lot of content,
to drive my
and we've gotten
aggravate
a ton of
teams
inspiration for our commercial.
or my Bloom
Honestly,
teams.
our promotion is definitely shaping up.
Totally.
And
But
her weapon doesn't
before
really
we
help too much
reveal
with that.
our idea, let's dive into the system
Oh,
optimizations that
the
the project team has
optimizations.
prepared for version 4.3.
Okay. First, we have some artifact-related optimizations.
And then I'll
to
talk about the
introduce.
weapon band for
With
the
an
first half after.
ever-increasing amount of artifact sets to choose from, many travelers may have been hoping for a better and quicker way to filter and locate desired artifacts.
Oh,
After
is
the
this what
version
people we were
4.3
looking for?
update, travelers can check out artifact set recommendations for a given character to see what artifact sets active players have been choosing for that character recently.
That's cool.
I
In
don't.
addition, an automatic locking function has been added. Now, when filtering artifacts in your inventory, you can lock the artifacts that fit your filter specifications in batches. With the automatic locking function, newly acquired artifacts that fit your locking criteria will automatically be locked.
I mean,
and
it's not
added to
bad,
your
but I
inventory.
feel like
Awesome.
this is not
Travelers can
exactly
have
what
up to
people
2
were looking
preset
for.
auto-lock plans for each artifact set. Travelers can choose their own or follow the
I feel like
recommended
people would have
settings
read.
summarized
I think
in
this is
update
okay,
data.
but I think people would
Since
have
it may take some
also
time to collect the necessary
have
statistics,
liked
new artifact sets will
to
not feature
also
recommended
have
locking settings in
just
the
choosing the
update.
specific artifacts and just having
Of
boxes
course,
just
if you can
slot
lock
in.
artifacts in batches, you can unlock them in batches as well. Travelers can look forward to both of those features in the new update. That's not all though.
What?
Travelers will be able to sort artifacts by 3 different attributes. Plus, the artifact enhancement screen will allow travelers to add a greater amount of enhancement materials at once. An enhancement limit feature will also be available. Hopefully, these optimizations will not only make artifacts easier to find, but also quicker to level. Be on the lookout for future announcements to learn more.
The project team is always working hard to address your survey feedback. So, travelers should look forward to further artifact-related optimizations in future version updates.
Okay,
Improvements
well.
to equipping artifacts and other artifact-related optimizations are all in the works.
Okay, at least they have stuff in the
The
work.
project team has made adjustments to provide smoother ascension and enhancement experiences for travelers. When you level up a character, enhance an artifact, or enhance a weapon, you no longer have to click so many pop-up windows.
Oh, that's awesome! As a new player using a few 1- and 2-star materials to level artifacts, the whole process.
Oh
can be
yes,
a
the
little
whale
bit slow,
problems.
especially with pop-up windows.
Oh, not really whale problems, but
Totally. This
it-
new optimization
people that have a bunch of
significantly
I'm
reduces
sort of
the
from
amount of pop-up windows
Fontaine.
that we have to click through, so travelers can look forward to a much smoother enhancement and leveling process. The next optimization has made it easier to repeat domain challenges. Previously, travelers who tried to continue domain challenges would be sent to the entrance of the domain. This
Okay,
meant
that's
they
definitely a
would
lot
run
nicer.
all the way to the center to start the challenge. But after this update, travelers who choose to continue in a domain challenge will load right next to the area where you actually start fighting, which is amazing.
Oh, yes, that's a lot
happy
nicer.
farming, everyone.
Ooh, this should make it way easier for players to farm artifacts for Navia.
Oh yeah,
True, true.
definitely.
Oh god, don't tell me she needs a new set.
In addition,
Aware.
Version 4.3 has made it easier to clear your quest backlog. Archon Quest Chapter 2 Act 4, In the Depths, An Unexpected Reunion, takes place in the underground mines of the Chasm. In the past, travelers had to complete the world quests, Chasm Spelunkers, and the Heavenly Stones debris before being able to proceed to the Archon Quest. In this update, travelers no longer need to complete those 2 world quests. Instead, travelers can speak directly to the miner who issued the commission to unlock a teleport waypoint.
Oh.
It will take them to the corresponding area and automatically trigger the next steps of the Archon Quest.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. This will hopefully make it easier for travelers to quickly progress through Archon quests.
So cool. So that'll make it significantly easier for new or lapsed players to access the Archon Quest and claim those sweet, sweet intertwined fates as fast as possible.
Yes, definitely.
For sure.
Also, one-click expeditions will be available starting in version 4.3. This will allow travelers to claim
This
expedition
one's a nice
rewards
one.
and repeat expeditions
Save
with a single
save a
click.
bit of time every single
Travelers
day.
will also be able to claim processed ingredients and forged items with a single click.
Hmm,
Oh,
okay, that one's
sweet.
also
That's gonna make
Kinda
it
niche,
easier
but
to
nice, I
collect rewards
suppose.
from Catherine.
Definitely. There's also a ton of other quality of life improvements in this update. For example, optimizations have been made to enemy tracking with the Adventure Handbook, and character selection logic during crafting and forging. In addition,
Oh, thank
when
God for that
performing
one.
Mystic offerings, travelers will now be able to add artifacts in batches. There's a lot to look forward to, so be sure to check future announcements for more information. Okay, moving on from optimizations, a new Fontaine-style realm layout will be
Ah,
added to the
yes, more teapot stuff
Simply
that I
purchase the
still
corresponding
haven't.
items from Tubby to
I still
unlock
haven't
Ah, it looks like
developed
an
yet.
aquarium.
Ooh, but it does look pretty nice.
Travelers can use ocean currents to travel between the islands in this layout. Some islands even have ponds that travelers can use to keep fish.
It looks like a cool
Oh, so built-in
underwater
fish system.
kingdom.
Okay,
It's
that's
just so
nicer.
pretty.
We're gonna have to waste so much load with that.
And they'll be even
pool
prettier
thing we
once
had before.
travelers have the chance to make them their own. I'm so excited to see what everyone's gonna come up with. Especially my friend's teapots.
Ah, you just want to copy their designs, don't you?
I don't know.
A lot of people probably like that.
Maybe.
I knew it.
I have another piece of super exciting news to share with everyone. Okay, I know, right? The annual Genshin Impact online concert, Melodies of an Endless Journey,
Oh,
is
online
coming
concerts.
soon.
Yay!
I heard this year's concert is going to celebrate Genshin's classic melodies in an entirely new way. Let's take a sneak peek at some of the amazing moments that this concert has in store.
Oh fudge. Did they say on the 22nd? I don't know if that's like based on EN or American time, or they had different time zones listed, but I'm worried because I will be traveling during that time, which is a bit awkward. But I don't know. Alright. It's an online concert. The last concert we had online, we touched only like like 2 Sumeru tracks, so we're gonna have a lot of Sumeru stuff, and hopefully we'll have some Fontaine stuff. And then we'll probably have some from all the other regions. Yeah. But there are a few tracks I am hoping to, you know, hear from
The
specifically.
2023 Genshin concert held in Shanghai last September will also be online soon, so stay tuned, travelers.
Ooh, the one in Shanghai.
Oh, so
Ooh,
we
that's
have
gonna be
2
cool.
online concerts to look forward to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Further details will be announced.
I know
across
I've heard
Genshin
mixed
Impact
reception
official
about the
social media
concert
accounts, so be
quality
on the
between
lookout for
different
more
regions,
information.
so I
At the end of version 4.3,
wanna see how this
travelers
plays
can
out.
also look
Oh,
forward to
stellar
the
moments!
release of the
Yeah,
fourth Genshin
I mean that's
Impact
expected. Now that
character
Farina's
OST
out, they always play up to
Stellar
the
Moments
newer.
Volume 4. The
newer,
album will feature 26 character songs created by the Hoyo Mix team.
Wait, we're finally getting Alhaitham and Wanderer's OSTs.
Yep, and Farina's song too. Her song All the World's a Stage has already been getting a ton of love.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yo. 26-minute tracks. I believe these are all the trailer
Okay,
demos.
well, that's all the new
Or,
information
yeah,
we
trailer
have to
demo?
share about the update. So I guess that means it's time for the version 4.3 special program to come to a close. Aw.
Anything?
We haven't even come up with a plan for a Chiorio Boutique commercial.
I wonder if there's any
Actually,
more
we've already
anything
finished shooting it.
crazy
You're
that
right.
we
The
haven't.
special program was a pretty
had
good
yet.
commercial. I'm certainly not going to forget the name Chioria Boutique after this.
Totally. Oh my gosh, we really did cover a lot of important information today.
For sure.
That we
The
did.
most important part is our final word from our sponsor, Chioria Boutique. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm so excited to be a part of Genshin Impact, and I cannot wait for all of you to meet Chevres.
Totally. I feel exactly the same. Can't wait to see more Navia in her fighting action.
Yeah.
And also, can't wait for little swimming sealies.
Yes.
They are so cute.
So
Oh my
cute.
goodness.
And I think the new mini games are really fun, especially the one where we get to make like a little movie. I love it.
Mhm.
Well, I am just so glad that the three of us have been able to do this special program together. This has been so
Oh,
much
me
fun.
too. Really fun,
And
yeah.
that's all we have for the version 4.3 special program. I hope that everyone's looking forward to experiencing all this exciting new content for themselves. Be sure to check it out when the update goes live.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Alright, bye guys. See you later.
Bye. Shanghai Museum and bro, look at Zhangli in that fit. When are we getting that as an outfit? The fuck? But yeah. Alright, and then that's the end of the program. Alright, so back to the whole weapon banner thing. Okay, so I already talked about the second half. First half. Navia and... Oh wait, hang on. Give me a moment. Alright, so yeah. Now the whole weapon banner. I don't know what Navia's weapon is going to scale off of, but if you're a Navia fan, I want to give her the best. Obviously her weapon. Paired with Ayaka's weapon, general purpose, I do have a few sword users. So, pretty good banner. I might consider shilling for this one because I already lost a lot of funds during the free banner. So I now know how I'm gonna fare on this one, but yeah, alright. So I'll be back later tonight, ideally, hopefully, to finish the rest of the Foxing the Haunted Tale event, and then tomorrow or sometime during the weekend I will be starting the new event in Honkai Impact, the Griseo Skywalker thing. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah. I'll be back later tonight.